Hey guys, Movie Fan 356 here, continuing Superhero September. We're talking about a new film series reviews, and the shirt is kind of a dead giveaway of what we're talking about. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick this movie series reviews off with Spider-Man. Spider-Man came out in 2002, directed by Sam Raimi, starring Tobey Maguire, Kristen Dunst, Willem Dafoe, James Franco, Rosemary Harris, Cliff Robertson, and J.K. Simmons. Now, the plot of Spider-Man is basically the origin story of the superhero Spider-Man, which I'm going to say right now that Spider-Man is my all-time favorite superhero. Batman is closely followed behind in the number 2 slot, but Spider-Man is number 1. He always has been since I was a kid, and so I'm probably going to be a little biased in these reviews, but yeah, we're going to go for it anyways. Anyways, the origin story of Spider-Man, and Peter Parker is this nerdy kid in high school. He's like this dork, and he has interest in photography, and he has a crush on this girl, Mary Jane, who's like the hottest chick in school. I'll talk about that. And his best friend, Harry Osborn, is a rich kid. He's a trust fund baby, basically. Um, he kind of stands up for him a little bit, but for the most part, Peter's on his own when it comes to that stuff. And his father, Harry's father, Norman Osborn, who's played by Willem Dafoe in this film, is has to come up with uh, uh, he's trying to basically get a contract request for his company Oscorp, and there's this competitive company that's trying to get the contract request also, and when spoiler alert, when he doesn't get it, he's pretty upset, and he transforms into the Green Goblin, and Spider-Man must face the Green Goblin and stop him from terrorizing the city and his loved ones. Now, what I think of Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie is I love this movie a lot. And it's got some problems. There's some stuff in here I don't like, sure. But as a whole, I used to have this on VHS tape. I used to watch this all the time. Like, I know every single line of this movie. and, yeah, I really, really enjoy it. Let's talk about the casting. Now, well, before we get into the cast, let's talk about Sam Raimi's directing style for these movies. What I admire most the uh, about the Sam Raimi movies is visually they're cool, and Sam Raimi kind of takes the feel and the cheesiness, the campiness. He's not taking it so dark and serious. There are moments of dark and seriousness, and sometimes it can be a little scary. But he's taking that from the original comic from the 1960s and stuff like that. I really like Sam Raimi's style with these movies. Now let's talk about the casting. Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker Spider-Man. Okay, fine. I don't hate him. I actually like him. I prefer Andrew Garfield, but because I'm more a fan of the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff anyway. I'll talk about that when I review the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. But Tobey Maguire, I don't hate as Peter Parker. He fits as Peter Parker, the dork. It's just I don't like his Spider-Man because they are two separate people, even though it's just Peter Parker in a mask. I think his Peter Parker's fine. He's dorky enough. He plays off the original version of Peter Parker from the 60s and stuff like that. So I like that. Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane Watson in this film, I fucking hate. I like Kristen Dunst when she was younger, like when she did like Jumanji. You know, I liked her then. I don't really like her now. And Mary Jane Watson, not a good fit at all. I think that was a terrible casting choice, casting Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane Watson. Horrible. James Franco as Harry Osborn, I could buy. You kind of feel sorry for him because he just wants his dad's attention, and his dad's all hung up on how Peter is, and he's like, this kid's gonna be successful. He can do it on his own. He doesn't need to be a rich kid to be happy. He's making his way through life okay, and I admire that. I respect that. And it gets Harry jealous, and he just wants the affection from his father. And I like James Franco as Harry Osborn in these movies here. Let's talk about the villain. Willem Dafoe playing Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. Holy shit. I think they got, like, the perfect guy to play Norman Osborn in this, especially if you're going for this kind of tone and style. Oh, yeah, I really can't think of anybody better for that role, personally. But I'm a big Willem Dafoe fan for the most part. There are a couple stinkers that he's got, like Speed 2. That's a bad one, but I really, really like him as an actor, and I think he made the perfect Norman Osborn for this type of universe. This cheesy, campy, goofy, colorful, campy film. I think I already said campy. Perfect. Love Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn. J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. I don't know. I got off of work. I'm tired, but bear with me. We're gonna get through. J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson. Perfect fucking casting. And I kind of say this a lot. It's like, well, yeah, he was good in this role. I really, really liked him. But there's some other actors who could do good, just as good, if not better. J.K. Simmons, he was born to play J. Jonah Jameson, just like Robert Downey Jr. was born to play Tony Stark. Holy shit! And the ones that are crossing, like, I'm not a big fan of casting the same actors in reboots. J.K. Simmons is probably my only exception. J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson has to do the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. I hope so. Mark Webb, Sony, Avi Arad, if you guys are listening, watching, I doubt you are, but just in case you are, get J.K. Simmons back, please. Rosemary Harris as Aunt May. Okay, fine. She's kind of like the wise old lady. She's kind of like the female Mr. Miyagi to Peter Parker. Peter Parker gets bit by the spider. He's going through all these changes, and she's trying to help him get through these changes without... And Peter Parker's not trying to reveal his identity. Cliff Robertson as Uncle Ben. I like. I don't hate Rosemary Harris as Aunt May, by the way. I just... Again, I'll talk about this in my Amazing Spider-Man review, but I prefer Sally Field as Aunt May. Cliff Robertson as Uncle Ben. I like him. This is with great power comes great responsibility speech. Yeah, I mean you feel for Uncle Ben, and he's trying to communicate with Peter while he's going through all these changes and stuff like that up until his death. Spoilers. So yeah, basically that's pretty much gonna wrap up the first Amazing Spider-Man. The action is fun. The fight scenes are cool. The villain is perfect. The acting is perfect for the most part. Aside from Kristen Dunst's Mary Jane Watson, I never liked her. That's about the worst thing. To me, that's the worst thing about this film. But that having been said, I'm gonna give the Amazing we're not even talking about the Amazing Spider-Man. Whoa! I'm going to give Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I'm going to give this one a solid A. I really, really, really enjoy this film a lot. But yeah, it's pretty much the only thing I don't like about it is Kristen Dunst's Mary Jane Watson. That just bugs the shit out of me too much. But one more thing before I go. I have to mention Danny Elfman's score. You hear me talk about Danny Elfman in my Tim Burton Batman reviews, but Danny Elfman's score, this was the iconic Spider-Man theme. You hear it, you're like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. Right there. And I'm going to be talking about the other scores as we go. But, yeah. Spider-Man, solid A. What do you guys think of the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film? Do you guys agree or disagree with my review? What are some stuff that you like and don't like about it? Comment down below and let me know. Well, guys, that's all I can say for today. I'll see you guys in the next video.